Pacers. At guard, 6'5", number 3, Chris Duarte. At the other forward, 6'5", number 23, Aaron Neesmith. At the other forward, 6'4", 24, Buddy Hield. In the middle, 6'11", number 33, Miles Turner.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. Allie, take it away.
Well, guys, Miles Turner is one of the game's premier rim protectors. He said, quote, "I change games. I'm able to push my team, and they know that when I'm back there, it makes it easier for everybody. I want to show the league what everybody in Indy has known for years, that I'm a defensive anchor, and I take pride in that."
Well, he is a presence, Allie, no question. Thank you. Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. We've got Mikal Bridges, Nicholas Claxton out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Johnson, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. And for the Pacers, Halliburton at point next to Duarte. They're the backcourt. Neesmith out there with Miles Turner. And it's Hield in at the small forward position. And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. Now here's Halliburton. Pass to Duarte. Now here's Hield. Shot clock at 6. Over Johnson. Claxton with a rebound.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Back to Dinwiddie. It's rebounded by Indiana. Outside Hield. Neesmith. Here's Duarte. Over Finney-Smith. Misses off the right iron.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
There's the buzzer, and not much scoring at all through the first quarter of play. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Here come your Indiana Pacemates.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. All right, let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Well, you have to imagine they're feeling pretty confident the way things have gone.
But they can't afford to get complacent because of the early success. There is still a lot of basketball to be played.
On the floor for the Nets, we've got Ben Simmons. Royce O'Neal is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Seth Curry, and it's Thomas in at the 2. And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
They're taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Curry passes to Simmons. Here's O'Neal. Outside Curry. Back to O'Neal. Not going to go that time. And Indiana will come the other way. Pass to Matherin. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Pacers out in front, up 1. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. And so far, they're out in front, but not by much as we head into the half. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
They've been fierce at the defensive end, causing turnovers, coming up with key stops. That's the result of great communication and trust between teams. Hard to score on them when they're playing like this.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they're getting almost nothing on the interior. I know we've turned into a three-point shooting league, but come on, guys. You need some kind of presence in the paint to keep defense honest.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Here are your Indiana...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They trail by one. Halliburton at point next to Dorte. They're the backcourt. Buddy Hield is out there with Nesmith. And it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Rick Carlisle, getting going here in the second half. Here's Hield after the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Dorte. Back to Hield. Launches it. Drops in the three. Hield's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's what Hield is paid to do, stretch the floor for this offense.
Pass to Johnson. To the paint. And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist by Johnson.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Let me ask you this. Who can deliver with the game on the line? Hard-nosed drives like this can move the needle.
Outside Hield. 4-3. Claxton with a rebound. Dinwiddie outside. Oh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. They've got Royce O'Neal. He's out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Dinwiddie in at point guard. Here's Matherin. Pass to Nesmith. Here's Brissett. Simmons defending. Shot clock at 5. Brissett no good. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Thomas. Dinwiddie outside. Now Bridges. The rebound by Brissett. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
The loudest Texas T-shirt. Let me hear you.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And he really made his presence felt on the inside. Just so active and looking all game long for openings. And he found them by scoring a lot of baskets by slashing to the hoop.
Outside Hield. Tries a 9-footer and is blocked. Oh, get that out of here. Stuffed it and grabs a rock. A one-man stop. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Pacers Youth Dance Team. Let's make some noise. We are the 6th man.
For three, Bridges. Oh, had a chance to win it right there. Couldn't get it to fall. Time expires. We're going to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. No shortage of excitement here as we're officially underway in overtime. Nicholas Claxton out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Ben Simmons. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Thomas in at the 2.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
First team foul. At the line for Indiana, T.J. McConnell. 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he ends up missing both free throws. Pass to Thomas from deep. The rebound by Nesmith. Oh, stolen by Harris. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Thomas. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Indiana calls timeout. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Finney Smith checked in for Ben Simmons. Johnson comes in for Harris. Bridges, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Dinwiddie in for Curry.
And Hill is a very good free throw shooter. Not a great idea sending him to the line here.
At the line for Indiana, Buddy Hield. 2 shots.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Hield is such a big part of this offense. The team is leaning on him right here.
He can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
It wasn't perfect, but it was enough to give them the lead.
Dinwiddie outside. On the wing, Finney Smith. Pass to Bridges to take the lead. And so it's the Pacers who come out on top here. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Brian Anderson saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next